Okay guys, welcome back to another Mindset Monday. It's been a minute since I've last done a video like this, so I appreciate every single one of you tuning in. We're going to give it 30 seconds or so until every single one of you is in here. So if you know someone who should be on this call, who's struggling with their mindset, their psychology around trading, make sure you send them this link. If you're watching live right now, comment the word live below this. And if you're watching on replay, comment the word replay and let me know where you're watching from, because this for me is something that when it comes to the mindset around trading, I had something scripted, I had something planned that I kind of wanted to talk about. But what I found with these calls that I'm doing is the more free flowing that I am, the more kind of loose I am, the easier it is for me to get the point across, because a lot of you who are coming into this space, who are looking to make money online, who are getting into the trading space, the online marketing space, the affiliate space, whatever it is you're in right now, you have a certain attachment to your money. And the amount of clients and the amount of you that I see on the back end of support who are, they're losing when we're winning. They're over trading, they're over leveraging, which is all part of the game. These are all emotional cycles that you have to go through as an individual to get you to that next level. So whilst you're on these calls, I really want you to take 10, 15, 20 minutes, put your phone to one side, put it on Do Not Disturb, put it on airplane mode or something like that, because these are the times where you need to lock in. Because when you come into the trading space, I've been doing this now since 2017, in the online space since 2010. So I'm nearly 15 years in. And what I can share with you with the people that I've been able to coach and mentor along the way, I've had 4,000 plus clients that I've been able to help in the trading space, been able to get to a point where they can start making an income online. And what I'm here to tell you on this call is that if you're able to make £1, £10, you can make £50, you can make £100, you can make £1,000, but it all starts with you making that decision, that decision that you're going to go all in. Because you can keep pitty-patting around, you can keep dabbling, you can see how it goes, but in 3, 6, 12 months' time, the only thing that's not going to be here is you. Trading has been around for God knows how long, and it was kind of restricted to people who had a certain level of income, a certain level of disposable, until they made it accessible to every single person here. So us right now, we have the ability to open up MetaTrader 4 or MetaTrader 5 on this small-ass device and copy the exact same trades that get sent. And I know for me personally, my mindset, depending on my emotions, where I am, how my business is going, how busy I am, my calendar, I know that that dictates my outcome. So I want you guys to look at right now, I want you to look on your MetaTrader 4, log on the day, I want you to click on the week, I want you to click on the month, I want you to click on the last 6 months if you've been here for that long. And I want you to look at your results overall. And the first thing I want you to look at is, are you happy with them results? I can sit here and tell you, as someone who's been trading now for quite a while, that I'm insanely happy with my results. I've been able to quit my job, do this full time. I can make money left, right, and center. Yes, my lot sizes are a little bit higher than some of yours maybe, but I'm able to make money day in, day out. Do I lose? 100%. But I want you to look day, week, month, 6 month, year if you've been here that long. And I want you to really start analyzing where you are after that period of time. Do you keep still making the same mistakes? Are you going around in circles? Are you over leveraging too much? Are you placing too many trades? Are you getting caught in the market because your brain goes all foggy? This is the type of stuff that I would really, really encourage you to sit, write down, and journal. And a lot of people think that, journaling's gay, this, that, and the other. Like, I don't want to do that. I'm not a man if I journal or I write stuff down. Wrong. You need to analyze where you're going wrong. For me personally, I journal every single day. I write down my emotions, my feelings, my results, how I got on that day, how I could have improved. And then what I'll start to do over time is I will look at the patterns, because we're creatures of habit, right? You'll see things that you do day in, day out, week in, week out, month in, month out, that you shouldn't do, yet you still do it. And you wonder why you're not getting different results. And again, I'm talking to you at the other side of this camera. And if this resonates with you, fantastic. If you feel like I'm pointing a finger, you might have had this conversation on support today and you might be like, man, he's pointing me out. Good. I want you to start having emotions and feelings behind this, because that is what's dictating your results, how you think and how you feel. If every single day you're doing the same thing day in, day out, day in, day out, and you're getting caught up in the trades and you're not taking profit because you expect it to go to TP 63 and you want this type of result, you want that type of result, but you're not getting it. Like, the trades are the trades. We send a set amount of trades every single day and you can copy and paste them to your heart's content. Our results channel is flooded every single day. And if you're making money right now, I'd love you just to share below this, I'm winning or something like that. Again, I don't mind people sharing with me if they're losing, if they're not having a great time. But at some point, and this happened for me in probably 2018 late, maybe start of 2019, I had to take an internal look at myself. I had to start looking, right, what am I doing? Why are other people around me winning and I'm losing? In the affiliate marketing space, I was at every event. I was on every Zoom call. I was always the happy-go-lucky guy at every event that people knew you could have a good time with. But I never broke a certain financial barrier, and I never knew why that was. So you guys watching this call right now, you might be in exactly the same position. You might feel like you get 10 steps forward, 30 steps back. 10 steps forward, 30 steps back. But what I want you to look at is, right, well, what do you do when you make them first 10 steps forward? Like, what habits are you maybe going against? Because this is going to happen. You're going to test your boundaries. You're going to test you as an individual. Again, like I said, we're creatures of habit. So we will do things over and over again that we've been programmed to do that maybe knock us back 10, 20, 30 steps. I know my issues in this trading space. I get overconfident. I lose emotional attachment to money, which is also a good thing. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't give a fuck about it because I only put in X. So what I've started to do now is starting to rewire and reprogram how I think, how I feel about money, my attachments to it. I've started to look at, right, well, what could that 40, 50 grand do? What could that 1 to 2,000 do? And some of you, you're not looking at this as a withdrawable income. You're looking and thinking, right, okay, if I make 50 quid, 100 quid, 300 pound, great, but it's not 3,000 pound, it's not 10,000 pound. I want you to start having the emotion as to, right, if you make 200 pound this week, how many hours would you have needed to work? And again, write this in the chat. If you were to make 200 pound this week, 200 pound today, 1,000 pound this week, 2 grand this month, how many hours would you need to work? How many hours would you need to go and warm that chair to get that type of income? When you start putting emotion to what it is that you're actually doing, your brain will start to think, oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. But at the moment, if you're just pressing buy, sell, you're waiting for it to take profit and there's no emotion, there's no feeling towards it, that's a great thing because you're emotionally detached, you're financially detached. But at the same time, you need to have something that you're able to aim towards because some of you on here, you might not fantasize about quitting your job. You might be very content what you're doing, and this might just be a little bit of an extra income for you right now. For me personally, when I came into this space, I was already in the affiliate market, in the network marketing space. I was making good money, but I never had that what I classed as fuck you money. Today, however many years on, I'm not saying I have that fuck you money, but I'm in a hell of a lot better financial position than I was 5, 10, 15 years ago. So some of you, it's going to take a little bit longer to get them results. It's going to take that little bit longer because there's years and years and years and years of habits and emotional cycles that you've been through that's going to make you get to a point where you think, right, enough is enough. I am sick of doing the same thing over and over again. I'm sick of growing my account. I'm sick of busting it. I'm sick of over leveraging. I'm sick of, people around me making money and I'm not doing that. Right. What are these other people doing? And I'm here to tell you today that they're not doing much different. They're just tweaking a small few little things along the way. So imagine if you got to a point in this where you were making 30, 40 pound a day and you were just like, right, enough's enough. Yes, it's 2 p.m. There might be another 30 trades that come out. But if that gambler, that addictive personality in you wants to come out and place every trade, and at the end of the day, you end up 60 pound down, you've then got to start looking at yourself and being like, right, okay, well, I was okay at 40, but I wanted a bit more. There is never, ever an okay amount of money that you're going to be happy with. I've got people around me now that are making multiple seven figures a month, and they're always striving to earn a little bit more money. So there's nothing wrong with pushing yourself to that, but But it's making sure that as you're growing as an individual, are you analyzing internally what is going on? Because some of you will fluke your way to six figures. Some of you might fluke your way to multiple six figures. And then once that income gets there, you've not grown and become that version of you that deserves that money. Everything is spiritual. Everything, there's certain laws of the universe. If you want to go deep into this, what goes up must come down, inwards, outwards, so on and so on, heaven and hell, if all you want to go that deep. So if you're looking at where you are as a person, are you taking consistent checks as you're growing, as time goes by? For me personally, when I met Bob Proctor and I started getting coached by him, this was some of the things that he made us do, was the internal work. I was incredibly fortunate for 6 years to get coached, mentored, guided by him, to be able to be around someone who pretty much can recite Think and Grow Rich verbatim. He was around some of the greats. He knew Jim Rohn. He knew Earl Nightingale. All of these absolute legends in the game, which some of you may not even know yet, right? But this is the type of stuff that I want you to go and start studying. My girlfriend, Katie, she's absolutely blowing up right now on YouTube. She's gone from 27 subscribers to nearly 55,000, I think just over 55,000 as of this morning, within the space of 6 to 12 months. So what is the version of her doing now that she maybe wasn't doing at the beginning? She had full clarity right now. She knows what she wants. She knows what she wants to achieve. She knows her message. And she, as a woman, is fully confident of delivering every single thing that she says. Some of you who are watching this right now, you're spinning 64 different plates and hoping something keeps going, something clicks, something eventually starts to make you the money that you desire, but you're not 100% sold on that. And what I'm getting to here is that some of you don't believe you can make money from trading. Some of you don't believe that you can make money from this little device day in, day out. Some of you think, oh man, it's only the rich that can do it. It's only those who don't have kids. It's only those who don't have a job. It's only those who can sit around all day. That the problem is, and always will be, you. Doesn't matter what company you go to. Doesn't matter what job you're in. Doesn't matter how many kids you have. Doesn't matter what your lifestyle is like. Everywhere you go, you are. And this is something that I can only talk for me here on this because it's me talking. Most of these calls that I do are me talking to me. And there's just a few of you sat watching this right now. But I know for me personally, if I want to get to the next level, I have to relinquish control. I have to be willing to let go of things that I cannot control. I have to be in a position where I'm like, right, to get to this next level, there is other people around me that are better at certain things than I am. For me to get to a certain level of income, I have to remove my emotion with this, this, and this. I have to become disciplined every single day with this, this, and this. There's certain non-negotiables that every single day I must do. Some of you right now, you wake up and you're like, oh, TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, boom, 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 boom. You spend more time dedicated to your phone than you do growing as a person. So, and again, relating this back to trading, because a lot of these mindset stuff that I do, yes, buying and selling, clicking up and down, yada, yada, yada. It's just I can teach a chimp to do that. I can teach a fucking baby to do it. But it's the other 99% of you that is going to get you to that level of income because, yeah, if we get you to 6 figures a month, perfectly possible. We've got clients of ours making that monthly now with trading. But what does that version of you look like? How do they walk? How do they talk? How do they shake hands? How do they introduce themselves? What type of business are they involved in? What type of conversations are they having? Because some of you on here right now are so involved in other people's lives on social media, commenting, texting each other, group chats, this, that, the other, that realistically you don't deserve the level of income that you're talking about. Because what's coming out of your mouth, your brain is doing different things on the side. So for you to get to that level of income that you want in trading, in affiliate, or whatever it is that you're doing, you have to align 100% with that person. My life in the last 2 years has dramatically changed. I've gone from someone who couldn't afford to pay my rent, struggling, living month to month, looking like I was doing okay, but I wasn't. I was struggling. There were certain parts of me that I didn't like. There were certain aspects of my life that I wasn't comfortable with. And I started to look and be like, right, what do I need to change to become that best version of myself? And I want you guys to start writing this down. What parts of you don't you like? And write a list. You don't like, for example, it might be how you smile, weirdly. You might have a fake smile sometimes. It might be, how you speak about yourself. It might be how you talk about others. There might be a list of things that you do not like about yourself. Write all that down. But then on the other side, write a list of things that you love about you. And start to focus on that a hell of a lot more. Look at the person that you idolize. Look at the person who you would love as a mentor, who you'd love as a coach, who you would love to be in a position of. What do they possess that you do not? Most of the time, it's not money. It's not the money. It's the energy that they bring which attracts them the money. If I become the best possible version of myself, resonate on the highest frequency, guess what starts to happen? Money comes into my lap. The right people come around me. I start spending time with amazing individuals every single day. And a lot of you might be like, Bradley, what has this got to do with trading? Nothing. But the mindset that I need to become a top performer, the top 0.1%, isn't the same as some of you guys watching this right now. Some of you are operating in the low frequency, low vibration, and you're wondering why your bank account's not increasing. You're wondering why the income that you're making from trading, from your business, from your affiliate space, from this, from that, why is that not increasing? It's because you as an individual operate at low vibration, low energy. You think about losing. You think about not making money. The amount of you who come into support and say, oh, I'd really love to try trading, but I'm really scared that I'm going to lose money. You're going to lose. Like, you're coming into this pre-programming yourself that I'm going to lose. I'm scared of making money. I'm scared of failing. I'm scared of losing it. I'm fearful of this. So everything around your nature is in fear mode, stress, worry, panic, anxiety, depression, this, that, everything that's negative, low vibration shit. You look at someone who's affluent, who's loving life, who's, living beyond their means to an extent sometimes. They're loving their lifestyle. They do everything that they want to do. For me personally, if I say I'm going to do something, I'm there. Like, I've even slacked on these. So this is me kicking my own ass saying, Bradley, get back on the mindset calls. Start helping people around you, because I know that when I deliver value to people, some of you might not be getting value from this. Adios, no problem. But for those of you who are getting value and you're like, man, this is helping me. I know for me personally, I'm putting this out. I'm talking to myself in a fucking room with 2 cameras pointing at me. I know someone here will resonate. They'll take a little bit of value. They'll go away and act on this. They'll start putting this into action every single day in their life. And in 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, we'll have a conversation, and they might not remember it, but it'll be this that got the cogs turning. It'll be this that got the wheels in motion to make them start acting a little bit differently. So this has fuck all to do with trading. Pressing buy or sell, reading a chart, putting your stop loss and your take profit in. Again, I can teach 3, 4, 5, 6-year-old kids to do that. But if you're wanting to get to that top 0.1%, you're wanting to get the type of income that you deserve, you have to start operating like that from today. So I want some of you guys on this to start commenting below this, what are the things that you're going to change? What are you going to cut out? For some of you, it might be negative relationships. It might be smoking. It might be going out too much. It might be talking shit in WhatsApp groups, Telegram groups. It might be talking shit on Facebook groups. You might have to get rid of all of that. You might have to cut out some close friends, some close family. You might have to cut off certain relationships, certain friendships, certain networks that you've been dealing with. I've had to do that because I'm now pushing that level of income that I've desired for the longest time. Trust me when I'm telling you, I cannot have certain people around me who drain my energy, who make me think a certain type of way. I cannot have that. So for me, I've got to cut people out. I've got to cut people off. I've got to remove myself out of the situation. Sometimes a lot of people have got too much access. They feel like they can say too much, do too much. So you might be sat on this call right now thinking, yeah, that's me. Because just as you're about to break through, just as you're about to have that next level, that next step, something happens, a conversation happens, a network gets involved, and it drags you to that old version of you again. And you complete that vicious cycle over and over again, over and over again, over and over again. And you wonder why you do not get the breakthroughs that you truly desire. A lot of times you can go Google karmic cycles. Sometimes you have to break that. For me, I had to cut off being the nice guy. I had to cut off being everyone's friend, trying to make everyone happy, trying to, make sure everyone around me was okay. I wasn't okay. I was struggling. I had a couple of people who knew I was depressed as fuck. Wasn't in a good place mentally. I was getting therapy sessions every single week. But on an exterior, I was smiling. I was at every event, on every Zoom call, and I was thinking, fucking hell, is this life? Great. Not enjoying anything. And it took me having to break a few karmic cycles, do a few things that I knew were going to be painful short term. Maybe change who I am a little bit. But now, fast forward 2-3 years, the version of me that I am today is still nowhere near completed. But if I hadn't have done that, I'd have still been in the same vicious cycle, making the same amount of money that I wasn't happy with, surrounded by people who I didn't enjoy spending time with, having conversations about people instead of growth. And a lot of you watching this will be able to resonate that there's things that you're doing day in, day out, week in, week out, things that you're saying about yourself or other people, and you will wonder why you're not getting the results that you truly desire. I've been in this space now for 15 years, got into the mindset game relatively early to the space, 2010, 2011, started studying Jim Rohn, Bob Proctor, Earl Nightingale, Rich Dad, Poor Dad with Robert Kiyosaki, studying Grant Cardone, now looking at Layla and Alex Hormozy. What are they doing every single day that makes them the upper echelon of people? What makes them so successful in business? Why is it that a billionaire can go broke tomorrow and can redo exactly the same, get to the same level of income, but you cannot go from 1,000 to 10 grand a month? You cannot start earning 5 to 10K a month. Because it's nothing to do with the business model. It's nothing to do with the trades. It's nothing to do with the system that is in place. It's you. You are the problem. And the quicker you take that, remove the ego, strip all the armor off, and get to the fucking bare bones of it, and you say, yep, I am the problem. Here's my issues. Write it all down and think, right, for me to get from here to here, what do I need to do? Right, I need to start smiling more. I need to take better self-care of myself. I need to start going for a walk because I'm fucking overweight. I need to, start doing this. I need to start doing that. Like, all of this little stuff is such minute changes. But on the grand scheme of things, the universe, the spiritual plane, frequency, whatever you want to call it, the energy that you will start to emit when you start to do them little changes, the universe will go, he's got it. She's got it. They've got it. Right, okay, let's give them a little bit more. Let's give them a little bit more. And just as you're about to have that breakthrough, just as you're about to get to that next level, boom, stress, pressure, anxiety, the old shit will get pushed back onto you and you'll be like, oh, shit. So this will be telling you whether you've kind of come out of your cocoon or not and you're ready to fly away like a little butterfly, or if you're going to fucking shrivel up and go through the same cycle again and again and again. So if you're done, if you're sick and tired of being the old version of you that's broken, down, out, not making the money that you desire, I want you to comment below this, I'm done, right? Because you have to admit to yourselves, you have to give in, you have to submit. A lot of people think submission, giving in is weakness. It's not. You have to take ownership of where you are as a grown-ass human being. Those of you who crying in support every day that fucking, trade hit stop loss and I blow my account. I'm like, it's only one trade. How can that happen? You have to take ownership that it's you. You're the one doing the same thing day in, day out, week in, week out, month in, month out, year in, year out, and you have done for X amount of years. So for you to get there, it's going to take a bit of time. It's going to take a bit of work. It's going to take a bit more journaling than maybe. Write the vision, make it plain so he who sees can run. The scripture behind that is powerful because once you start writing things, you start seeing things in front of you Like, why do you think I bought the private jet little fucking thing that I got? Spent £399 on the smallest little private jet. It lives next to my television. I did exactly the same with the Ferrari. I had it in front of me every single day. So now my brain is putting things in place to be like, right, what do I have to do to get the jet? What do I have to do to get a yacht? What do I have to do to help people around me start making multiple 5 figures, 6 figures a month? What do I have to do to get to 7 figures a month? What do I have to do this? How do I do it? Before you know it, everything around me is starting to get planned out like a map. And some of you have got a map in front of you that's laid out. You just need to open your eyes. You need to start, crinkling out a few things and be like, right, okay, I understand that now. I understand this now. You'll start to see the same patterns, the same emotions. You'll see that when you've had a barney with your partner or you're pissed off with someone and you take a trade, you'll see, oh, shit, I lost. I moved my stop loss too quickly. I adjusted my take profit and ended up hitting stop loss. You'll see the patterns over and 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 over again. And the quicker you can identify all of these little things that you're doing that's stopping you from becoming that best version of you, the quicker you will start making money online, the quicker you'll start making money trading, the quicker your businesses, whatever you've got right now, will grow, the quicker you get a pay rise at work, the quicker you'll start, getting seen at work. The problem with a lot of you is you hate what you do and you don't show up in any area. So you're not showing up at the gym, you're not showing up at work, you're not showing up in your business, you're not showing up in trading, yet you're wanting the results of someone who shows up every single day, who's working on themselves, who's becoming that best version. So sometimes some of these calls, they need to be a little bit more direct. They need to be a little bit more harsh. They need me to almost be like, listen, you're fucking failing. You get one go in this. For all that we know, after we die, our souls may go on elsewhere. But for all we know, you get one little go on this merry-go-round. And most of you watching this are not doing the souls proud. And again, I'm talking from a spiritual plane. If your future self who died is looking down on you right now, are they fucking going, go on, you're smashing it, yes, keep going, you're one step away from that best version of you? Or are they going, you're a fucking lazy prick, get off your ass, start working, stop doing the same shit? What are they saying? What is the version of you that's already passed on to another life, that's already on another spiritual plane? What are they saying? Are they cheering you on? Are they fucking celebrating, saying, man, you're close to the next level. You're about to hit it. You know what you need to do. Or are they going, fucking sort your life out? And again, I need you guys on these calls to start realizing where you're at, what you're doing, the consistent mistakes that you're making, or maybe the consistent kind of growth that's happening. You might be on a path right now where you're absolutely smashing life and you're thinking, shit, is this it? What's next? What else can I do? How many other people can I bring with me? Guys, come join me on this. That's what I'm doing. I'm in a position right now where I'm seeing so much abundance, so much gratitude coming into my life, and people around me making money, the lifestyle's changing, people quitting their jobs, moving abroad, seeing their things that they've dreamed about, written about, spoke about, starting to come to life. Do you think I'm going to quit? Do you think I'm going to start curling up and going to the old version of me? No, I've got a new baseline right now. The way that I operate, the way that I think, the way that I speak, the way that I talk is a new baseline. The old version of Bradley used to aspire to want to be like this. The type of income I'm making right now, the moves that I'm making, the businesses that I've got, the old version of me had this written down years ago. So trust me when I say, write the vision, make it plain, so he who sees can run. You might think that's some heebie-jeebie, spiritual, biblical bullshit, but it works. Go print some stuff off in front of you. If you want to become a profitable trader, write it down. I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm a profitable trader. I'm so happy and grateful now that I've made $10,000 a month. I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm the best dad, the best mum that I can be. I'm so happy and grateful now that I can provide everything to my family that I've always wanted to do. Start to write that shit down. Put it in front of you. Write a list of goals that you want. Fold them away. Put them in a drawer. Look at it in 6 months' time. Set a note from now, 6 months' time. What have you achieved? I saw a whiteboard the other day that I've not seen in nearly 4 months. And I was like, fuck. Tick, 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 tick. I was like, Jesus Christ. I was expecting to do that in 2 years. Now I'm like, wow, I need to rewrite this. Speaking to Katie the other day on the drive home, I'm like, wow, like look where we are now in comparison to 12 months ago. Katie was dreaming about making 5 figures a month. Now she's smashing a lot quicker than monthly, right? So like now her paradigm's broken and she's like, wow, the more I do, the more value I deliver, the more clients I get, the more money I make. The more free value I give, the more people resonate with it, the more they enjoy it, the more money I make. So like right now, yes, I'm doing these mindset calls and some of you might not resonate with it. You might not be at that level yet. You might not be operating on this frequency yet. But when the time is right, you'll come across this video again and you'll look and think, wow, he was right. I know this because there's videos that I recorded 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 12 years ago where I'm talking about the shit that I now live every single day. Pulling up to my cafe, to my podcast studio, to my cigar lounge, in my dream car, Ferrari F8 Spider. Yes, I'm going to get a Lambo next. But this is the type of stuff that you have to believe first. You have to lie to yourself. In the word believe is the word lie. You have to lie to yourself every single day that you have the results that you already want, that you've become the version of you that truly deserves the type of income that you want. If you're not at that level yet and you're struggling and you're questioning things, you will have the same result over and over and over and over again until that's broken. Then when you get to that level, there's another level. So they always say new levels, new devils. So you guys watching this right now, if this has resonated with you, once this is live, once it's posted, whatever the hell it is, make sure you comment below, make sure you drop a like, make sure you subscribe, because I'm going to be doing these week in, week out, because I want to get to a point where I'm pulling you guys with me. My life has drastically changed in the last 2 or 3 years since I've fully honed in on what it is that I want to achieve, what it is I want to become, the person I truly want people to see. So when someone mentions the word Bradley Marchant, they mention my name, what comes into that person's mouth? I want it to be about gratitude. I want it to be about wealth. I want it to be about abundance. I want it to be about helping people. So right now, where are you when someone says your name? This might be in your workplace. This might be in a friendship group. I want you to write down the things that come into your mind that are negative and start to look at how can I change that today so that in 6 months' time, when we do this again, we speak about this again, positive things come out of every single person's mouth, every single thing that you're writing. So guys and girls, I appreciate every single one of you tuning in. Hopefully you got some value from this. My throat is going, it's sore, and I appreciate you all tuning in. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you drop a comment, and I'll see you all on the next video. See you soon.